What could possibly have my two best friends, AOC and Jon Stewart, acting like this?
Like,
dude, I don't know if I like, do I give snaps? I don't know what the kids do anymore, but like, dude,
it is like,
that's so crazy.
It's so crazy.
It's crazy.
The answer? The bafflingly somehow legal practice of letting politicians do insider trading. They'll explain what it is, and then I'll explain how the Democrats can get rid of it and potentially get some power back in Washington.
I think one of the most biggest examples of this is insider trading in Congress. Like,
dude,
it is like,
that's so crazy.
I'm like, do you all really think that people don't see this shit? Like,
they sit on a committee, they get information about a drug or a contract or a thing. They immediately make a call. The stockbroker changes things, and their portfolio swells.
Explodes. It explodes.
What are we doing?
All right, maybe you two should get a room, because I don't think I want to be here when you guys swell and explode. That's right, there's a lot of cheating happening in D.C. Mostly, I hope, Melania, just sleeping with everybody. I mean, she definitely doesn't want to sleep with Donald. I mean, why else would she wear that hat? It's like, Jesus, Israel doesn't have that kind of defense system. I'd call it the Iron Dome, but the whole point is for it to be like an iron don't do me. But the real cheating is something that is literally illegal in any other occupation besides politician. Like, these folks that are supposed to be our leaders are doing stuff that if you were a CEO and you knew secret information that could benefit your company, you would not be able to go make purchases in the stock market. But sure enough, politicians above the law.
And you're doing this on public trust.
Right.
On like taxpayer finance, public, facilities. Like, it, of course.
You're regulating the market that you're trading on.
Exactly. And
you
like,
run the casino.
And then we're supposed to act like money doesn't only corrupts Republicans? Give me a fucking break.
I do want to pause and say you should support the Young Turks, because essentially we got all of this stuff on the map. Like, our viewers are the ones who raised money so that AOC could get into Congress and defeat Joe Crowley, who is a symbol of this kind of corruption. And it is corruption. I mean, look at this chart. There are people out there like Unusual Whales who actually measure how much certain members of Congress outperform the stock market. And if you think this kind of behavior should be illegal, you're not alone. Most people do. The Program for Public Consultation at the University of Maryland says that a ban on stock trading for members of Congress is favored by an overwhelming bipartisan majority. 86% of people think we should ban politicians from trading individual stocks. This is such a layup for getting goodwill among the people who think already that every politician is corrupt. It's so obvious that even Josh Hawley is proposing a bipartisan bill that would make the practice illegal. Josh Hawley, who doesn't even know how to kiss his wife, knows that this is a gimme. And in a world where the Republican president of the United States is flanked on all sides by billionaires, people like Elon Musk, who are just robbing the goddamn place blind by bribing politicians. Sorry, not bribing, donating to their inauguration fund, not bribing. If Democrats pass a bill like this next time they're in power, suddenly they're the ones who actually mean it when they say they're not just in it for themselves. So the question is, why are they not passing a bill that bans this if it's so goddamn popular? It's because they would essentially have to outlaw something that makes them a ton of money. And if you get rid of that revenue stream for them, all they have is their $172,000 salary plus like all the weird handouts they get from like, I don't know, the private prison industry. And here's AOC calling out that kind of corruption as it presented itself in a bill before Congress.
Look no further than the price tag of this bill, $83 billion. They know that it can't be paid for. They know that the capacity is not there. And you know what will be there? Private prison companies are going to get flooded with money, who give this money, no doubt. I want folks at home to look. Look at what members of Congress are invested in private prison companies who receive this kind of money, and look at the votes on this bill. It is atrocious that people are lining their pockets with private prison profits in the name of a horrific tragedy and the victim of a crime. It is shameful. It is absolutely shameful.
As AOC said, we need to get this kind of corruption out of politics. All it does is make their lives better and our lives worse. If only there was a way to make politicians more beholden to us than they are to the rich benefactors and insider trading corruption that enriches them in the halls of Congress. Honestly, I think I have it. Like where I work, I have a bonus structure and it's based on, get this, how well I do my job. Why don't we just put our politicians on some kind of incentive comp structure where the better normal people do, the better folks in their district do, the more these f***ers get paid. Like, I have to hit view quotas. I have to hit revenue quotas. Why don't these f***ers have to hit jobs quotas and middle-class wage increase quotas? By buying shares of individual stocks, they're doing the thing that is ruining this country, which is focusing on returns to shareholders. If they adopt my system, then they will be held accountable to something that's actually good for America. Returns to their constituents. You and me. And I'm not the only person who says that the future for the Democrats is for them to really make a concerted effort to signal to their voters that they're not the party of the owner-donor class. Here's Hank Parker.
Although it would be very self-serving for me to say, I'm the left's Joe Rogan, the Democratic Party should give me millions of dollars, that's not going to solve this problem. What will solve this problem is if the Democratic Party actually adopts real left-wing economic populist messaging instead of purposefully avoiding that stuff because they're terrified of upsetting their corporate donors.
That's the roadmap, if only the Democrats will follow it. Now, usually I hate it when people end their videos being like, what do you think? But I actually do care what you think. Is my idea a good idea, or is there a better idea for what any party should do to communicate to the people that they actually do care about ending corruption and serving their constituents? Let me know in the comments or tweet at me, or like, I don't know smoke signals, but if you promise that you're going to do a smoke signal, then I will learn the language and try to find out how to do it. But honestly, I think Instagram's probably better because Twitter's a cesspool. Thanks.